All right, you guys, we have less than 3 minutes to get this party started. Less than 3 minutes to get started. Y'all make sure that you are. Look at here with my echo. Y'all make sure that y'all are hitting the like button, that you're sharing this video out, and that you're leaving a comment. Don't come in here and be rude. I know your mama taught you to speak when you entered the house, okay? Y'all come in here and y'all speak. Drop down. Tell me who's watching. Where are you watching from? What were your thoughts on tonight's episode? All of that. Drop that down in the comment section. Also, tell me where you're watching me from. We are streaming live across 3 different channels. We have the Be Stoked Styling YouTube channel. We have the Busy Bee Buzz Topics YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook, Be Stoked Styling Facebook. Y'all let me know where you're at. I see Coco Butter Curls in the comments. Hey, Coco. So I'm ready. I'm not caught up, but I'm here for the tea. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Today actually was a pretty chill episode. I ain't going to read Martell for 30 minutes like I usually do. I might give him a good 15. You know, I might lay off of him just a little bit. Not much, but I might give him a little bit of a break. I'm just going through right now with the extra minute and a half that we have left, sending this out, sharing this, because y'all already know sharing is caring. I see we got Clifton Parker in the building. Shout out to my hubby. All right, you guys, 1 minute. I swear this be the longest 5 minutes of life. I be ready to get in here and talk with y'all. I be ready to get in here and talk. All right, let me make sure I got everything up and I can see y'all and y'all can see me and we can see each other when I get on this screen. And y'all have y'all a nice little glass of wine or a little cocktail, you know, to finish off the week. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime, baby. Y'all know I like to dance in the background, okay? Y'all know I like to dance. I like to get my dance on. How y'all like my new intro? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the new intro down in the comment section, all right? Shout out. Remember to join my beauty community, honey, for all things hair, makeup, nails, and commentary. And today is a commentary day because we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 2, Episode 16. I don't know the name of it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on into the fun. Before we do that, please make sure that if you are not already subscribed, to hit the subscribe button. Where's my subscribe button at? Why I don't see it? Why I don't see my subscribe button, y'all? Hold on. What's happening? Did I erase it? I might have erased it. I don't remember. Subscribe. No, it's this one. There we go. There we go. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Y'all remember that the notification bell is important, okay? You don't want to miss out when I go live, especially my Saturday night live, because the time kind of fluctuates. Depends on when I watch the show and when I get the boy down and when I get me a nice little glass of wine. All right. Now that we done did all the housekeeping, we done got all that out the way. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's episode. Scroll my notes down. Episode starts off with the Scott brothers meeting up. Y'all know last episode we found out that Marceau got into a very bad car accident, and so Maurice drops over to kind of check on him. He says that his stomach hurts. You know, he doesn't have back pain, he doesn't have neck pain, his stomach hurts. I think his stomach is hurting because he crashed a sports car, and we're gonna get into that sports car a little bit later, okay? So they sit down and they start to discuss Martell. And Maurice basically says that during this little all boys camping trip, Martell really opened up in a way that he has never done before, which is actually very surprising. And Marceau being the shady queen that he has been all season, basically says, oh, did he open up about his kids? All of his kids? He was being very shady about Martell's outside baby. Side note, speaking of outside baby, did y'all watch Coming to America 2? They kept referring to the dude as a bastard. I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Just a completely side note. Ain't got nothing to do with the price of rice in China, but I just thought that was funny. Anyway, but Marceau's being shady, asking, did Martell indeed, open up about his child? Now, even though we know that he did, Maurice says that he's not going to be the one to tell Marceau. If he wants to know about this outside baby, then he needs to talk to Martell himself. Now, we already know that Martell and Marceau are just now trying to get back on the same footing. And so that's why we ended up talking about the 47 acres. And Marceau is basically saying that, he's had a rocky past with Martell. They're just now getting back on track. And even though Marceau would be in charge of the commercial side of this 47 acres, while Martell would be inside of the residential side, he's not sure if he wants to move forward in business with him. And I say to Marceau, that will be the smart thing to do. Do not get in business with him. Martell is too fickle, and he was too busy last season to throw you, your business, your family up under the bus for me to get into business with him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already couldn't get along and no money was involved. How do you think things are going to work for you all when there's $300 million on the table? And I think also that's the issue with Martell. Again, he lacks character. So, when you lack character, people don't want to get into business with you. And that's nobody's fault but Martell's, and we'll get into that later. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. Coco says she loved my hat, y'all. Thank you. Shout out to my hat being my Valentine's Day gift. Thank y'all. Okay, so where we at? Then the next scene we see is Mel in the bathroom getting the girls' braids oiled up, and she's talking to them about how their hair is their crown and how they are beautiful black queens, and Martell is a beautiful black king, and they're going to grow up and be worthy of any and everything that they want to be. It was a nice scene. It was very positive. We like to see Mel in her mother role. We like to see all the women, in their mothering role, really feeding into their children. I like to see that she was edifying her children, letting them know that they are great. And a lot of that was happening. That was pretty much the theme throughout this entire episode. And that's one thing that I can say about the OWN reality TV shows specifically. Even though it's messy and drama and a whole bunch of like mess, they try to find a way to add some positivity into the storyline. Hi, Brian Hamilton. Thank you for joining. Y'all make sure y'all say hey to Brian in the chat. But yeah, so they tend to try to bring some positivity into the storyline, you know. So even though the story may be right now, I'm sorry, I'm sitting up here in this back trying to make sure everything is okay. So even though the story may be right now in the background about how, you know, the moms aren't getting together, or Tisha's mom saying things that she has no business saying, I do like that they are being positive in towards the children. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. I was trying to check something on the back end. While I'm checking this on the back end, again, thank you so much, Bryant. This is his first time here. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love. And I see that we have quite a few people in here. Please do not forget to hit the like button. If you are watching over on Facebook, hit the like and share. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button and share as well. I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. So after Melody gets done talking with the girls about, you know, their confidence and how their hair is their crowns, she takes the time to call Tisha. Now, this conversation with Tisha really aggravated me. So Mel calls her. She says, you know, they introduce each other. Hey, Mel. Hey, Tisha, this is Mel. Hey, Mel, what's going on? Okay. Mel goes, well, Tisha, you know, I ended up leaving I left Kimmy's event the other day because your mom got there, and I just didn't feel right sitting with your mom there after some of the stuff that she said about my children. And basically that ties into why Melody was really pouring into her girls about how beautiful their hair was, because apparently at some point Miss Wanda got onto the Miss Wanda got on social media, honey, and she compared her grandchildren to Mel's children, and it was some type of comparison about their hair, something very low vibrational, something very petty. And so basically Mel was calling Tisha to kind of bury the hatchet between them and see how they could come to some kind of understanding about Miss Wanda. Mel said she was very disappointed in Miss Wanda doing that. And what aggravated me about this conversation is that Tisha sat up here and act like she didn't know what was going on. What? My mom said, what? Well, that just doesn't sound like her. Who that don't sound like Tisha? But that sound like Miss Wanda to me. There was nothing that Miss Wanda did in that scene that was out of character for Miss Wanda. Even your own husband last episode asked you, did your mom act out of character? And you said no. So, Tisha, what? Like, I get that Tisha has this undying loyalty and support for her mama. I mean, that's what she's supposed to do. But her sitting up here playing dumb like this ain't do nothing but aggravate me. Excuse me. And Melody said, you know, well, we are in 2020, so it doesn't surprise me that Tisha has these alternative facts. Y'all drop down in the comments if y'all did watch the episode, if not still, and tell me, what do you think about that phone call between Tisha and Melody? And Tisha basically playing stupid, like she doesn't know that her mom causes a lot of the issues between them. Like, I don't really think that Tisha wants to have as hard of an issue as she has with Mel. I think that her mom kind of egged that on. And so for you to sit up here and act like you don't know what your mama said on the internet, you probably was right there in the chat. Why you playing dumb now? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That bothered me. Like, and Tisha bothered me this whole episode because she wants to call out how Mel doesn't know how to take accountability, but neither does she. Or she doesn't even know how to own it. I mean, you know, you can't take accountability for your mama's actions, but don't sit up here and play dumb like you don't like playing in your face. Hi, Miss Bell. Thank you for joining. Said Mel had no business calling Tisha. Why do you say that? I feel like, I mean, she wasn't going to call Miss Wanda, and so me and you were the ones that's supposed to be friends, and if I feel like your mom did something out of the way to me, then I should be able to talk to you versus coming and checking your mom like Martell tried to do. Oh, we got some money in the chat. Shout out to Clifton. Ow for the $10 super chat. I ain't got my money gun, but you know, imagine like this. Make it rain. Hold on, I'll pop the fan for you. Ow, we got money in the chat. Hey, thick girl. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sammy the Goat. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Miss Bell says because Miss Wanda did the talk, not Tisha. But here's my thing about that. Tisha doesn't want anybody to disrespect her mama. Miss Wanda is disrespectful. So if you go and try to talk to her, she's going to jump out of pocket, but you don't want nobody to check her. So I'm coming to you telling you that I don't feel comfortable that your mom, since you don't want nobody talking to your mom, I don't feel comfortable that your mom is talking about my children. Like, what way was she supposed to handle it? Or is Miss Wanda just supposed to be out here on the internet running amok and nobody says anything? I would rather Mel call Tisha and check Tisha's mama than Martell running up on Miss Wanda, or even Mel running up on Miss Wanda. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Thick girl says exactly, B. If we were ever friends, I should always be able to call you when it comes to our children, right? And so, especially when y'all are supposed to still have some type of what would be the word? It's not camaraderie, but some type of relationship, because y'all are allowing y'all's children to hang out together and to be together, and that even comes up to Tisha inviting Mel to her Black Girl Magic event. I don't know if the event was called Black Girl Magic, but you know, it was like Brown Girl Magic or something like that. But the Black Girl Magic event. And Tisha did that honestly as like a misdirection to Mel. Like, I know you called here to check me about my mama, but hey, I'm having this event. Why don't you bring your daughters? Or, you know, Martell could bring the girls and drop them off. Now, something about that interaction was weird to me. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I missed something, right? But didn't Tisha say on that phone call that, well, Martell has dropped the girls off before, so she just brought him up just in case he was going to drop them off again? Because when Tisha invites her, she says, oh, you can drop the kids off, or Martell can drop the kids off. And Melody's like, Martell, why are you even bringing him up? No, if it's an all-girl event, I'm going to go. I'm not going to drop my kids off. We're going to go. But it sounded like Tisha said something about Martell dropping the girls off for them to play before. Was that what she said? And Melody was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, either way, I'll be there. I found that very weird. I found it weird. I'm gonna stop there. I'm just gonna say I found it weird. I'm gonna read y'all's comments and see if it was just me. See if it's just me. Because sometimes they do. Oh, thank you so much, Sammy. Thank you. Yeah, Miss Wanda runs amok. She runs amok, okay? She is like a hurricane. Oh, y'all liking the hat? Thank you so much. Thank you. Miss Bell says Mel also doesn't have to respond to everything either. And okay, y'all tell me, because I be down in these internet streets. Okay, let me tell you, I be in these internet streets. Thick girl know I be in these internet streets. And a lot through this episode, y'all, let me wipe my camera off because it keep on focusing, and that's gonna drive me to drink more. But so I be out here in these internet streets, and from what I've seen, and I follow all the girls, and I watch all the interviews. I'm trying to lift my chair up, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all getting a deep look at my face. And from what I've seen, Mel hasn't said anything about Miss Wanda. Mel has talked about her issue with Tisha. Mel has talked about her issues with Martell, and even the times that I've seen her do interviews and talk about Martell, honestly, she don't go in even half as much as I go in on him, and she's the one going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this episode, they kept talking about her on social media. Now, they do say that the Straight No Chaser group is kind of ran by her, or account is ran by her, or somebody that she knows and does her dirty work, but they must be doing a good job, because honestly, I don't be seeing what Mel be saying online. And at the end of the day, we all know what it's like when someone's talking about your children. You just not gonna let, and then I have to sit in your face, then I have to be at events with you and act like it's all well, great, and good. The kids should be off limits, and Miss Wanda should know that. So if Miss Wanda doesn't think that the kids should be off limits, why should she be? And instead of Mel going on social media blasting Miss Wanda, I appreciated the phone call. I felt that was very grown woman. I personally felt that was a very grown woman. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. You see it. You see it. Like the video. Okay? Like the video. Mel is classy, and she low-key has a lot of haters on the show. She is. And we'll get into it, y'all. Wait, we'll get into it some more. Y'all keep dropping y'all's comments. Also, before I forget, I'm gonna drop the link. If you want to come up here and talk with me, feel free to hit the link. It's in the chat. Cliff, if you can, pin it in the chat for me. I don't know if I can pin it over here. Let me see. Oh, I can pin it. Never mind. I have it pinned in the chat, just in case y'all want to come in here and talk to me. Where we at? So, yeah, Tisha invites Mel to the event, but it was like a let me invite you so that we can get off of this conversation about my mom. But you know what? We're not done talking about Miss Wanda, because in the next scene, Tisha comes home. Now, y'all know Tisha's been going to school for about 3-4 days, so Marceau can't take care of the kids by himself. They had to enlist Miss Wanda for help. All right, so Miss Wanda was there, and Marceau and her kind of got into it to the point where Miss Wanda took the kids and went back to Birmingham. And so when Tisha gets home, they start talking about Miss Wanda and the conversation that Marceau and Miss Wanda had in the last episode. And Marceau said that he wanted to talk to Wanda about what God had placed on his heart. What y'all gonna stop doing is playing with my God. That's what y'all, let me start there. What y'all gonna stop doing is playing on my God. Talking about you wanted to talk about what God placed on your heart to Miss Wanda. No, you wanted to tell Miss Wanda. God ain't tell you to tell Miss Wanda that she was 90% fresh water and 10% pee. God ain't said that. Wasn't no God in it. Now Marceau is hilarious to me for some reason this season. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily like him more, because I still think he's a male chauvinist pig who probably does have a girlfriend or two, maybe not 20, but there's definitely somebody or some. So there's a few people out there, in my opinion. I ain't in Huntsville, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I ain't saying I'm no fan of him, but he has been absolutely hilarious to me this season, the way that he has been digging at Miss Wanda. And I'm gonna backtrack on something I said earlier, y'all. If y'all been with me Saturday after Saturday, if y'all been with me Saturday after Saturday as I've done my live streams, I believe maybe about 4-5 live streams back, I said that I don't like that Marceau and Miss Wanda go at it like that and Tisha just sits there. And I still don't like it. And I also said I don't, Marceau couldn't be my husband talking to my mama like that. But you know what? My husband, my mama wouldn't be acting like that, and my husband wouldn't have a reason to talk to my mama like that. At this point, I'm so over Miss Wanda that I'm almost here for Marceau shenanigans. I'm almost here for Marceau's shenanigans. I honestly, in all truthfulness, no, I do think that he is extremely, extremely disrespectful to Miss Wanda. But at this point, because no one else says nothing to her, I do find it a little bit funny. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know it ain't right, and it's contradictory to what I said. I'm a human. What when you say I'm a woman and I'm allowed to change my mind? At this point, I'm kind of here for it. And I was never more here for it than when Miss Wanda walked in the room. Okay, so Wanda J. Blige, shout out to Funky Dineva, walked into the room with the babies and she sat down and she goes, hold on, let me take a sip. Hold on. She goes, Marceau, I leave for Birmingham. I can't leave you for 5 minutes before you get into something. How you get into a car accident? So then they have this back and forth about, well, why you ain't take your truck camping? He said, well, that's my work truck. So I took my car. Well, why you taking a sports car camping? And then he says, well, you know, Miss Wanda, I called the insurance company and finds out I wasn't the only person that called it. I was the second person that called. If you cut my brake lines, you ain't gonna get no money. And she's not looking out for my well-being. She's looking out for my wealth being. That honestly was funny to me. I don't know how much of their back and forth is for the camera and how much of it is genuine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny to watch and they almost seem like they be laughing. Well, Marceau really be laughing at Miss Wanda, but I almost wonder how much of that is genuine. But then but Miss Wanda gets in, and then she goes on to bring up her suspicions. Well, why did you drive that car? Were you in it alone? If you was out doing some dirt. And Tisha says, Mom, well, don't you think if Marceau was out here doing dirt that I would be gone? I wouldn't be. She was like, well, I just don't know. Excuse me. I just don't know if you know all that he's doing. It was in this moment that I was like, all right. I mean, all right. All bets are off at this point. I didn't like that. I didn't like that personally. Y'all can say what you want. And again, I do believe that Marceau may have a girlfriend or two out there in Huntsville. He just got them better controlled than Ariane. However, I didn't like how Tisha's mama came in there and was questioning him like that. I didn't like it. And you already know and see at the end of this scene. So okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Let me focus. Hold on. Let me focus. Because I was gonna get ahead of myself. Hold on. So when Miss Wanda goes in and she starts talking about, you know, well, why did you take this car, and were you alone, and why would you take that car camping? And I do wonder, why would you take a sports car camping? I don't know how many cars they have. Why would you take a sports car and not your work truck? And you know, even if it is your work truck, I mean, it's your business. Like, you know, you can drive your work truck. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm sure once you got out there, y'all were going to discuss the 47 acres. Now it makes it a work retreat. You know what I'm saying? So that is kind of weird. Like, don't get me wrong. Miss Wanda was asking some valid questions, maybe. But Miss Wanda, who are you to be asking these questions? And this is what aggravates me, because Tisha sits here with the pluck face for the entire conversation. Now, they going back and forth. And Miss Wanda goes, well, Tisha invited me here to take care of the kids. She asked me to come up here to take care of the kids for y'all. And next time, how about y'all just call me, Tisha, you call me and bring the kids to Birmingham. I'm not coming up here and staying with him. Marcel go, well, you can cut, what did he say, cut the snake? I don't know what that saying was that he kept saying, but basically he told her she can get to stepping. And then Tisha checks him. Don't you tell my mom that. Don't tell my mom that. Now you have all of this energy for don't tell my mom that. Don't tell my mom that. But you have no energy for your mom out here basically saying you got into a car accident because you was out here creeping. And the reason why she felt like checking more so and not Ms. Wonders, because she's thinking the same thing. She's using her mom as a mouthpiece. I've said this before. Tisha uses her mom to say what she's too scared to say. Tisha wants to know, because she, at the end of this scene, after Miss Wanda leaves, Marceau escorts Miss Wanda out of the house, and she's like, don't hold the door for me. I'm out of here. Which he was rude. He was very rude. Again, I don't agree. That couldn't be my husband and my mom. Let me say that could not be my husband and my mom. He was very much so rude. However, it's funny. But when she leaves, Tisha goes, and why did you drive your sports car? All those cars out there, why did you? That says to me again, her and her mama done sat there and they done talked about this on the phone. And she said, well, mama, when you get here, you ask them. Y'all, what y'all say? That's what I think. She's using her mom as a as her mouthpiece. And so then Marceau says, well, Tisha, you know, had you been here, then your mom wouldn't have had to be here. Tisha says, well, if you don't want mom to be here, then you need to help out with the kids. Okay, you need to help out with the kids. Well, I don't want to help out with the kids. You should be here. I don't understand. Excuse me. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so hard to get a father to take care of his kids for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why he's so disengaged and so uninterested in being an active participant in raising his children. And why is it all of Tisha's onus to make sure that the kids are okay, to make sure that her mom is there to help cook dinner for them, or to, you know, like, for 3 days, Marceau, why can't you help her? Why is it she said, you know, I'm gone for a few days for school. Well, school isn't that hard. Belittling what she's doing. Marceau wants Tisha in the house, barefoot, pregnant, and stupid. Now, that's not nice. I caught myself. Hold on. I caught myself. Yeah. I'm so done with them. At some point during this conversation, they're sitting in their confessionals, and Tisha tells Marceau that, you know, he shouldn't let her mom get to him, and he should just get over it. And Marceau says, oh, right, I should just get over it, you know, since you're the queen of getting over stuff. As making a jab at how Tisha is holding on to this feud between her and Melody. What do y'all think about that? Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think about that. It's like, and again, every time I'm like, I kind of do want to like Marceau. He says something chauvinistic and stupid, and it takes me right back. I don't understand why you can't watch your kids and why you have to lean on Miss Wanda. I don't understand why you can't support your daughter, for your wife. Why you can't support your wife in school, and why you have to belittle what she's doing because she doesn't want to be your assistant anymore. And low key though, why did you take the sports car? Y'all drop down in the comments and tell me y'all's thoughts on this, and I'm finna catch up and read what y'all are saying. Miss Bill said they use God to soften the blow. Marcel was hilarious, and Marcel got more attractive too. I'm not gonna lie, Miss Bell. I do agree with you. I do think Marcel looked really nice this episode. I don't know if he did some exfoliating, drinking more water, possibly, but Marcel did look better this episode. B. Baker says, I'm beginning to like Marcel. Miss Bell says, I'm a mother-in-law and would have been asking questions too. Miss Bell, you gonna sit in the house, you just walked in the house, you gonna sit in the house and ask your child's spouse where they been and who they was with? Is that what you're doing? Is that what's hot in these streets? Marcel was a James Evans, the kitchen and the bedroom. Yeah. Marcel has had me dying this half of the season. He has. Yeah. So you serious about this? What I'm serious about, babe? What I'm serious about? If she doesn't have the beef, she would have nothing to add to the show. She would have her events. Thick girl, you not enjoying her events? I'm stop. You don't want to watch he don't want to watch no kids. He has that caveman mentality. And I just don't understand. That just wouldn't work for me. I can't speak for nobody else. It just wouldn't work for me. You better ask Cliff in the chat. And he come home, here go your baby. He wants you. Here he go. The girl say, he ain't getting what. I thought he looked better this when he was sitting there with Maurice. When he was sitting there with Maurice, his skin looked good. I was like, okay, Marcel. I think he drinking some water. He done went to a dermatologist or an esthetician, possibly. Miss Bell, you're guilty. That again can't work for me. It just don't work for me. Thick girl says that's a mother-in-law overstepping every one of the boundaries, and that's overstepping. For my household, that would be overstepping. I wouldn't want my mama questioning my husband about his whereabouts. I wouldn't want my mother-in-law questioning me about my whereabouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got the question, ask your child, and your child will relay the message. Your child will relay the message. You get what I'm saying? But I just and then on top of that, they ain't even got that type of relationship. They ain't even got that type of, like, mother son. Well, what happened now? Well, what now? Who did what? And apparently it was a bad car accident. He said I think 5 cars were involved. I don't know. I don't know. Thick girl say his skin looking good and being attractive are 2 different things. Thick girl, you so shady. Oh, you so shady, child. That's why I be liking when you in the chat, because you don't know how to act sometimes. Oh no. He said you coming at the curious mother-in-laws. All right, if behavior is questionable, then it's fair game. I cannot. He said I'm not coming at anyone. Say my marriage is my marriage, not my mama's. That's all. That's it. Like I don't feel that it's anyone's place to question what's happening in my marriage. I don't feel that it's anyone's place really to question that. And like I said, I just think that it was Tisha's way of sicking her mom because she's too afraid to really say how she feels about a situation. That's honestly what I think. Let me make sure that's it for that scene. Yeah. I think that's it for that scene. Before we get into Martell meeting with the broker Chris, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Y'all already know that my latest wig line, the Bestow Styling Signature Unit, will be launching March 17th. If you are not on my email list, then you need to make sure that you head over to my website. The link is in the description box. Join my email list. They will be getting, everyone who is on my email list, a Patreon will be getting a special little coupon for when these wigs drop. Just in case y'all don't know, I'm going to show y'all one of my good girls so you can see some of what has already happened and be excited for what's to come. All right, so let's get on back to the episode. The next scene we get is Martell meeting with the real estate broker, Mr. Chris Fletcher. I like Chris, the broker. I like him. I don't know, something about him is funny to me. His facial expressions are funny to me. It's just funny to me. I like him. So, and another thing I liked, were the chairs in this scene. Did y'all see those little blue chairs? And they had like the what is it called? The y'all know what I'm talking about. The little do. I can't think of what they're called right now. But I like those little blue chairs. I said, okay, Chris got taste. I would love to sit those in my office back here or something. They were really cute. But okay. So Martell comes over there, and basically his whole point of going over there was to say that because of the divorce, he cannot move any properties. He cannot sell any properties to 47 acres, even though they are technically in contract. He has to halt whatever's going on because he can't move forward. So my question for that is why? That I wish I could show y'all my notes. I just put a big why, question mark, exclamation. Why can't you sell these properties? Part of it to me sounds like he doesn't want to sell the properties now, because if he does, then he would probably have to give Melody a bigger cut of the profits versus once the divorce is over with and then selling them. Like he could probably like buy her out front right now while they're divorcing and then sell them for like cheaper and then sell them. That's what I'm thinking the issue is, because why all of a sudden, Martell, can you not move forward with selling your properties? Martell says that, this is really going to cause him to hit rock bottom. He's really, upset. Legally, he can't move forward with the project. Chris says that is probably going to cause some more legal actions because the buyers of these acres have already been out there doing, some kind of landscaping or surveying of the property. And, this is going to cause even bigger issue. And Martell says, he understands. He's upset. He was expecting to get $250,000 cash, and now he's out here with nothing. He can't make the money he needs to provide. I mean, he got a baby on the way. He got 4 kids already that he has to take care of. He's not able to make any money. You're losing money because your wife is not involved. No one wants to deal with you. You're spiraling. You seem crazy. You seem untrustworthy. You're very much so unethical. You're shady. Wait, did I just go off? I'm sorry. I just went off on a tangent talking about how trash Martell is. Is that what we're talking about? What are we talking about? All right, Martell finna hit rock bottom. And do I feel sorry for him? No shade in it. I don't feel at all any way sorry for him. This is what you chose to do. These are the repercussions of your own actions. This is what happens, when you blow up your family. Had you stayed with your wife, even the second time or the third time, or who knows how many times. Well, I'm talking about the first half of this season. Had you stayed with your wife and done what you needed to do at that point, then you would not be in this predicament. And Martell, we already see that you're spiraling. We already see it. But who do you blame? Do you blame Melody? Or do you blame yourself? Something tells me that he blames Melody. Something tells me that he blames Melody. But no. Again, it sucks, I'm sure, but it is what it is. I want to understand why was he not able to move this property. I just honestly think it's a way for him to try to cut Mel out of the deal personally. That's all. Let me see y'all's comments. Miss Bill said, I felt bad for him. Anybody else felt bad for him? Drop it down. He ain't got a sympathy from me. I ain't got a fuck to give him. I ain't got one to give him. Where's that? Dang it, fresh out. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at him. I'm really not. I'm laughing because I'm silly. I'm not laughing at him, but no, I don't. I can't feel sorry for you. I can't feel you made your bed, now lie in it. That's how I see it. Y'all could have been rolling in the dough by now. Had you stayed at home. And that's the thing about Martell. Martell is very manipulative. Very manipulative in how he portrays situations, how the inflection in his voice, how he goes and whom he talks to. He's very manipulative, and it just I can't. No, none to give. None to give. Wish I could, but I can't. Thick girl say, I love seeing Martell down and out. Not I love it. No. Miss Kamari says, Chris wanted to say 3 girls and a boy and 1 on the way. Okay? I'm glad that he's finally admitting it, though. You know? At least he's, because, you know, it really sucks. It would suck for this outside baby to go back and see that your dad just denied you for a year straight, you know? Now you know he blamed Mel for everything that happens in his life. If she sneezes, it's because Mel put pepper on his. That is how he is, though. That is how he is. You ain't never lied. My heart went out to Martell when he was at his mom's house. We gonna get there, and I'm gonna tell you again. I'm looking for him. My heart went out for his mama. But for him, ain't got one to fresh out. Hopefully I get a new shipment tomorrow, but I ain't got none today. Not for Martell, I don't. Maybe I'll say we wrong for that. Right, he's a pathological liar. And I can't believe anything that he says. Anything that Martell says, it comes back to me. It like I question it. It comes back to me like, well, wait, I want to dig a little bit deeper, because see, you lie with the straight face. You lie like a rug, you know. And I just want to know. He didn't have any other choice but to not sell the property. Is that what you're saying? Tasha says, don't feel bad for him at all. Not at all. All right. So what's also okay? Okay, now it is the day of Tisha's event. All right, Black Girl Magic. It's the day of the event. Hold on, let me check these real quick before I move on, because I see y'all still talking about it. Hold on. He said he now realizes how much he messed up, and see, he ain't realized until his money got messed up. You know, you can be completely ruining your wife's confidence, or you know, your marriage, or you know, your children's stability, your household, your friendships. You can mess up all of that, but it don't hit home till you're messing with the money. It don't hit home. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for him for the bed you made? Can't do it. He was lying about the 47 acres. That's what I think. I agree with you, Mo, in the City 03. I believe it was a bold-faced lie. I think that he does not want to move on just because he doesn't want to have to end up splitting that money with Mel. That's what I think. I need a why. Why? Why all of a sudden you can't move forward? You just don't want to split that money. That's all that is. Girl, if she say even like that one more time, girl, you might as well get used to it. And everything is an event. Event. This is y'all. Okay, we have you guys. We have another little event in the corner for you. I'll say Tisha. Okay, we'll get to her. Hold on, we'll get to her. I was too through when he stated, "I'm telling the kids your mother has a boyfriend. What an idiot." Y'all know I like to end the lives reading Martell. Don't get me reading him at the beginning. I like to read them at the end. I like to read them at the end. All right, let me get back on track. Okay, so we at the event, and honestly, it seemed like a very nice event. I keep saying it like that, y'all. Don't judge me. It seemed like a very nice event. They're celebrating Black girls, brown skin, different textures of hair, different shades of brown. It's supposed. They had a little entrepreneur there who has created the More Than Peach crayons. I'm actually going to look into getting some for the boy because I just love the concept of it. I remember being a kid, honey, and it wasn't peach, it was apricot. That's the color I used to use to color people. It was apricot. You know, you do a little apricot. I used to mix mine, so I would color them apricot first, and then I would put the brown on top so that I could get a light brown, so she would look like me. But so I loved what they were representing. Tisha's cousin was the co-host. They talked about, you know, embracing your textures. You are Black queens, no matter if your hair is curly, straight, wavy, what braids, whatever. It was nice. It was empowering. Again, like I said earlier, OWN does a great way with kind of trying to lighten the drama with some positivity. Great. Awesome. All right, kids, go over here to the other event in color. All right. So then we get all of the ladies, Destiny, Melody, and Kimmy sitting down. And they're discussing, well, Destiny's discussing how her and Kimmy have gotten along better. How her and Kimmy have gotten along better. And they're coming on the same page. And she wants to invite everyone to a girls' retreat. First of all, I do want to say that I am happy that Destiny and Kimmy are getting along. As the season has unfolded, I think that Destiny and Kimmy are a lot more alike than they realized in the beginning. Y'all already know, I make it no secret, Kimmy is my favorite on the show. And I'm liking to see her and Destiny forming a friendship, especially because the reason why they weren't really talking was extremely petty and I didn't care anything about it. But Destiny is making it her mission to try to bring the group together. So she wants to invite everyone on this girls' retreat. And Mel agrees. You know, Kimmy says, "Oh wow, you're agreeing. Okay, Destiny, you're doing something good." Okay, and I think that you know, and Melody probably agreed a little bit because she felt a little bad that she missed the voter registration / Halloween event. So she definitely wanted to make it up to Destiny. But also I think Melody agreed because she's just over. I think that, wait, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. Hold on. I was going to say, I think that she's over the beef with her and Tisha, but I don't know. After looking at previews from next week, I just think that Mel, she knows how to put her big girl draw on more and ignore Tisha. And yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Let's go with that. So then Tisha comes over, she sits down, and they invite her to the retreat. And Tisha says, "Well, who's all invited?" Destiny says, I'm equal, everyone sitting here. Everyone sitting here. And Tisha goes, well, are we going to have some rules on this trip? I mean, I don't know. How long is the trip supposed to be? How many days? I don't know if I want to be gone that many days. I might do a day trip. Can I bring my own car? Can we leave if we want to leave? I don't know. Now, she says in her confessionals, that Melody is a mean girl who can't own her ish, and Kimmy ain't even on her side, so she don't know if she want to go out and have a girl's treat with these women. And again, I don't understand. Because you would think that Tisha inviting Melody to this event is saying like, okay, you know what? Let's just let bygones be bygones, and we can be cordial. We can hang at these events and move forward. But as soon as this was brought up, she went into being shady, and it's obvious. Hello, we are not stupid. You're talking about you don't want to go on a trip with Melody, so Melody decides to excuse herself and let the ladies talk. And so while they're talking, she's just stressing how she needs to understand what's going on, and if she wants to go, she's not certain about if she wants to go. In that scene, Tisha, you said Melody was being a mean girl, but you was being mean. You was specifically trying to call her out and say, I don't want to go nowhere with her. And I would just rather you stand 10 toes down and be like, you know what? I'm not at a place where I want to be away with Mel. We haven't got to that place yet. So I'm going to sit this one out. I would rather you say that. We'll get into it a little bit more. Let me catch up on y'all's comments. I am behind. OMG. Y'all know I like to read comments. I like to see what y'all are saying. Y'all, please, one more time, make sure that you hit the like button. Thick girl, she stresses it like she's saying it right even every time. You think she watched some reviews by now and learn. I'm going to need Mel to change that last line in that damn song. It didn't even rhyme. Mel, we don't want to hear your love song to Martell or your breakup song. We don't want you to be the next queen of hip hop pain. We gonna leave that to Miss Mary J. That's all I'm gonna say. Miss Bell says Destiny is messy. I don't disagree. Event baby. I don't know why I say that like Miss Juicy. Event baby. Are y'all watching Little Women Atlanta? Side note, I know I'm random. Okay, let me keep reading. Tisha, girl, you hold on to nothing tighter than Marceau wants you to hold on to that spot. Tisha's getting on my last nerve. Destiny stirs the pot when she knows it's burnt at the bottom. Well, maybe she's trying to, lift all the burnt up, clean it, and let's start anew. Questions that need answers, B. Baker. Where is La Bum Bum? Where is La Bum Bum? You ain't seen him yet. The baby was a cutie pie, though. I think Mel was over the beef, but Tisha keeps bringing it up. Tisha just envies Mel. I wasn't even a Mel fan, but damn, Tisha is so pressed about. And I agree with you. Not burnt at the bottom. Tasha, yes, I agree with you. I was not a Mel fan. I was not a Tisha fan, but the way that Mel handles Tisha, it makes her a little bit more likable to me. It makes her a little bit more likable. Tisha acts very bratty. She acts very like, I know she says that Mel is the mean girl, but Tisha acts very schoolgirl. Tisha seems to me like the person that was never really accepted, and was never really included in the cool crowd growing up, and so her even getting a glimpse of it with Mel, she is latched on to it, and she's reliving like her high school fantasy. That's just kind of what her energy gives to me. That's just what her energy gives to me. She wants to be so important, but can't handle the pressure of being important. Being important. I think that's what's gonna happen next week, in which Mel goes hard at her. Look, not 10 toes down. Yeah, that's it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Stand 10 toes down in your feelings. If I don't want to mess with you today, I don't want to mess with you. Like I stand 10 toes down in my dislike for Martell. If I 10 toes, I need accountability. I need transparency. I need you to be real about it. Yes, that's what's starting to happen. I like Mill a little more now. Hi, Deaconess Bless K. Thank you so much for joining. All right. So after the awkwardness at this little sit down with the ladies, Mel decides to be the bigger person and pull Tisha to the side. And she says, "You know what, Tisha, I'm just over this. I'm over this beef. Thank you for inviting us today. Thank you for inviting us today. Shout out to Miss Bell for subbing. Thank you so much for joining my beauty community." But yeah, so Tisha says, "You know what? I'm not Tisha, but Mel says, you know what? Thank you for inviting us today. I'm just over this. I just want us to, to move forward and be good. And I want you, I don't want it to be shady." And then Tisha says, this is what aggravates me. Tisha says, well, why would you say that? Well, I wasn't trying to be shady. I didn't mean anything. I was just asking questions. That's what bothers me. That's what aggravates me. That's what I'm talking about when I say 10 toes down, because you were sitting over there with that group of women intentionally being shady towards Mel. And then when Mel pulls you aside, it's like, hey, I don't want no beef. What's the issue? I just want us to move forward. Oh, I didn't mean to be shady. I wasn't trying to be shady. I was just asking a question. Nah, boo. No. You were being shady. Say, this was your time. This was your time to say, well, you know what, Mel, here's the thing. The last time we went, what she did say, last time we went out, it just didn't work out well. We saw the flashback of Mel talking about how Marceau was out here probably cheating on her. Is she lying, though? Is the question. But whatever. Anyway, they build a bridge. They get over it. Tisha decides that she's going to go on this girls retreat. We already got the preview for next week. We see that ain't going to go right. But, whatever. So the Destiny and Kimmy come over and they all discuss their accomplishments. Mel is the ambassador to Birmingham. Tisha's opening up the Black cigar bar. Kimmy is being honored during the March to Selma reenactment. Destiny was asked to be a part of the board for the Women of Commerce. So all of them are doing big things. They are moms. They are business women. They need to stick together. This women's retreat is going to be so great. Show, baby, show. Yeah. Miss Murray, who asked can I drive my own car? Heck yes, you're not riding with me. Not even in her marriage. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about earlier, but she's not even important in her own marriage. Yeah, well, yeah. Thank you again, Deaconess Bless K, for stopping by. Exactly. Male Destiny or Kimmy wants to ride in the car with Tisha, especially not a 2-person car ride. That was a nice moment to see that each of them are doing something positive. Again, one more time, I said it before, I say it again, sprinkling in that positivity. We love to see it. That is part of the reason why the OWN shows are so good. Side note, one more thing before we get into this last scene. Are y'all gonna be watching this new OWN show, Delilah? That was looking good. They got Tony. What's her real name? The actress that played Tony. I don't know her real name, but they got Tony, honey. And I look anytime I see Tony on the screen, whether it's a movie or a BET little sitcom, or that ain't what she been on, but whatever, I'm gonna support. So I want to see this Delilah thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do reviews on it yet because I got so much going on, but I'm definitely going to be watching it. And maybe like if y'all follow my community tab or something, we could talk about it on my community tab. All right, let's get to the last scene, which is Martell meeting with his mama. He comes over with the kids. They bake cookies. Cute. Martell says this is all he wants. This is all he ever wanted, to have some genuine family time. Okay. To spend time with his kids and to pour into them. I'm just gonna drop the fan because I'm not gonna say what's in my head. So then after they send the kids to the back, Martell begins to speak with his mom, and he tells his mom, you know, things are kind of hard, you know, and he doesn't like that. He feels like Mel is all out on social media, and her being out on social media is going to make him retaliate and be out on social media. And she's told the kids that daddy has a girlfriend, even though she cheated too. And so he's going to tell the kids that mommy has a boyfriend. I said this last week. How we have, let me rephrase, people, internet, streets, people in general have praised Martell for being a good father. But the way that he handles this situation tells me that he's not as good a father as we would like to believe. Even his mom said, you know, well, we don't want the kids to have resentment for you or for Melody. Well, mama, that's maybe what you don't want, but Martell wants to tear them down. Wants to tear the perception of their mom down. He wants to tear Melody down in the public eye of opinion. He wants to tear Melody down within businesses. He wants to tear Melody down with friendships, and he wants to tear Melody down with their children. Do I personally believe that Melody told her children that Martell has a girlfriend? This is my personal belief. Do I believe that Melody told her children that their dad has a girlfriend? I do not. I don't see how that is brought up into conversation with a 7-year-old and an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. I personally don't believe that. I don't believe what comes out of Martell's mouth 85% of the time, which is why I don't necessarily believe that. You know what I'm saying? And so even still, to try to say and use that as an excuse to now, well, I should go and spray their mom, to me is crazy. It's crazy to me, because at the end of the day, your goal should be making sure that your children have a good well-being. And you saying, well, she's saying this, just, well, I should say that. Like it says to me that you're not thinking about your children's well-being. Again, I'm not trying to project my childhood into these shows. However, as a child of divorce, the way parents handle divorce and the things that parents talk to their children about during divorce shape their mental capabilities and their emotional capabilities for future relationships. And Martell, because he is spiraling, seems like the type to, even not intentionally, damage his children in that way, you know, in the way of relationships. If the situation is not damaging enough, you think that would be warranted, even if it were true, which I don't believe is true. But even if it were true, do you want to damage your children more? Is that your goal? And again, I've said it before, I don't think that is true. I don't think that Melody cheated on him. No, I don't. Because why would this be the first time we heard about it? We ain't heard about it during the first half of season 2, during the last half of season 1, during the episode 1 of season 1. We ain't heard about Melody cheating. Let you tell it this was something that happened in the past, you know. And then he again, and then with him, and then with him talking about Melody being online spraying him. Again, like I said, I watched all the interviews. I watched Tisha and Kimmy on Funky Dineva's channel. I've watched Melody on random channels. I've watched Martell on Dr. Heavenly's channel. And of all of the people out here spraying things, Martell has been the most vicious with what he spread, in my opinion. Martell's been the most vicious. And in this scene, I was the most I was triggered for his mom, because his mom still loves Melody. She said that's gonna always be my daughter-in-law. She asked about the side baby. Martell finally admits it. His mom is visibly upset, visibly shooken up by it. My feelings were hurt for her. I think that she didn't realize that her son was this big of a piece of crap. Was that rude to say? Possibly. Last chance, y'all. Jump in the backstage. I see I have someone in the backstage now. I'm going to pull y'all in. Y'all can sound off on today's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Before I pull you in, let me read these comments. Make sure that I am caught up. Yeah, y'all. Look, it looked good. Delilah looked good. Yes. I love his mom. I do. I agree. Mel shouldn't be on social media talking. Neither one of them should be on social media talking. And neither one of them should be on social media talking. Period. They should just deal with it. But also, y'all joined this reality TV show. You knew what was happening when you signed up for it. You knew there would be social media fodder when you got onto this show. Maybe that should have been your time to keep your dick in your pants. You mad because she's going out telling the truth? Why? Martell should have had a yeast infection by now with those two little tight ass suits. Okay. I guess all the ladies should be cool in real lifetime since they all did the show during the beginning of quarantine on with the best friend adjacent. Forgot the name. I don't think that Tisha and Melody will ever be cool. I don't think Martell would talk. You have, Miss Bell, you have so much faith in Martell. Somebody must, because I'm looking around. Shipment must be coming tomorrow. The kids may overhear Mel saying this and that. And that could be very well true. Children do listen in or whatever. But he said that Mel told them. And I don't believe that. Mel admitted that she had something with somebody. Mel admitted that she talked with somebody when they were broken up. Do I believe that she may have entertained someone when they were separated? I do. Do I believe that is right? I don't believe that you should talk to anyone until you're divorced. That's my personal opinion. Separated is not divorce. That's my personal opinion. Do I think that's wrong? I do. However, if they are separated at this point, that is completely different than that's comparing apples to oranges. Martell had a 5-year affair. A 5-year affair. That's different than what Mel admitted to talking to someone, Martell walked like he just got off a horse. Martell loved Mel as much as his mom does. Maybe he wouldn't have cheated on her, especially after the first time. Right. All right. I'm going to bring in Koja Malik. Sound off. Tell me your thoughts on the episode.
Well, it's a matter of all the episodes. Hi, everybody. I don't think nobody really put the timeline together because they said, from what I read, that Mel and Martell were married for 5 years before they had kids. He's been cheating for 5 years. So basically, around the time that she had their kids, and remember it was a miscarriage and a possible abortion, was around the time he started cheating. And this man keeps talking about, she didn't have time for me. What couple goes from no kids to 4 kids and still has that amount of time? That man is a complete narcissist. And I don't know if women really know what it's like to face a narcissist in court they actually win court cases. This man has been putting out this narrative about him being this dad. Where was he when he was on them trips with Arian? Who was at home? And then Mel said, "You pushed me to go out there and work." He set her up to fail, and no matter what she did, it was going to be wrong. And he keeps talking about, well, she didn't do this for me in all of these interviews. What did he do for her? Did he come home and cook? Because the one season where they had spaghetti, Mel cooked it. And even the little boy said Mel had made the sandwiches. He can't even handle these kids on his own in not one episode. He pops up on her, and people don't really see how dangerous he will become. And she needs to get secure, and she do not need to engage with him because he's trying to create a narrative. He's trying to gaslight her. And for women who don't know, and I understand what you were saying about a divorce, that is why rich people get divorced and they settle the money issues afterward because this can travel on for 3, 4 years. And I don't know if anybody even caught in the episode before where he said, I don't want anything, we want to dissolve the businesses. Then he said, we don't want to talk about the 47 acres. And then I want 50% of Embrace. Whereas he's talking about what he did for Melody. Both of them were employed. Mel worked. She didn't sit home. So while she was working and he was out of the state with Arian, she was. And then he want to come home and talk about sex like I would want that wayward penis in my mouth, giving me all kind of throat infections and everything else. He done had it everywhere. And
UTIs
in
and
every hole.
BB and all kind of
Uh,
yeast, all kind of
I worked in the prison. I worked in a male prison, and the man wife used to come and visit him every week, and he had E. coli in his throat, and E. coli come from your butt. So I don't blame her for not putting it in my mouth. But then he talks as if Mel was satisfied. If he was such a good thing, who said Mel was satisfied? Mel has not talked on their sex life only one time when she said, you didn't always do things that I wanted. And then he goes and does these interviews and says Mel was the more aggressive one. If you see his PR thing in the media, and women are not
And
really
I was gonna say that's
understand
one
how the
thing.
court system works. Women are losing custody in 70% of contested cases, and Mel can't even move out the state. Mel can't even move 60 miles from him in Alabama without the court's permission. So a lot of people talk about a lot of things that they actually have no idea, and they talk about things they hear about and haven't personally experienced. And the best thing Mel could do is communicate with him by text phone. Their kids are to the age where he could talk with the teachers directly and do not engage. And I would advise anybody to take our talking parents or family wizard when dealing with a narcissist. Because if this wasn't on TV, what Martell is doing will actually work. Because there wouldn't
I
be video cameras to see him.
I agree. I agree.
And
You could tell
Tisha,
that he's building a case, and I said it before a few lives back. See, people a lot of times on the internet, people use the term narcissist very loosely, but in this particular case, it is the word because he you can tell he doesn't hold any accountability. He puts blame on everybody else. He thinks that he's the victim. He sees no wrong in what he's doing. He is the center, and he's the sun, and everyone else orbits around him. And the way that he gaslights Melody and plays in our face,
but
it
the
it incites her to I'm sorry, he tries to incite her to violence, and I'm not a better person than Melody because he would probably get me too, but he's doing all of that to try to build a case against her for custody. That's what I think. But any judge that watches this show could see that he's a fool and a half. But I don't know if they
judges
were.
are most of them are narcissists themselves. They identify and it works. But the sad part is going to be because narcissists, they do these narcissist supply and they trade them off, and there is nothing going to be like the war that he's going to start with his male sons and how he's going to play one of those kids against the next. And people will do not understand. He will play those kids. His own son even said acting like a crazy man. This man set up and did an interview in the house, and his kids were in the other room.
That is true.
And
And
so everybody,
and during that interview was where he tried to spray the alleged abortions through the and I think too some people may not watch the the social media aspect of the show as well, but if you're watching the entirety of it, you can see Martell is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? he is
he
cuckoo for
is
Cocoa Puffs.
dangerous.
He's dangerous. That is the word. He is not this upstanding person that we thought that he was painted out to be in the first season, even though he wasn't painted out to be an upstanding person from the jump, you ask me. But you know what?
This man was laughing about hiding his cell phone, his second cell phone. He laughed the entire time, and then he's like, "Dude, she's running my business." No, you can't have a conversation without threatening people. You're popping up on people, and even Arian said he jumped gates.
Yeah.
So you want
Yes,
to
and
be a
that whole
family
interaction,
home, and you're anti-family.
right? And that whole interaction, a couple episodes ago, where he pulled up on the new house with Melody, that made me uneasy. It was in that interaction specifically, where you pulled up, claiming that you're coming here to see your kids, but the first thing you do is tell your kids to go inside because mama finna start fussing. Let me know what you on. It let me know what he was
And
on. I'm gonna add
and he
Thick
will
Girl
keep,
in
and that
here.
was to show her I can touch you at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna pop out because I'm at work. Y'all continue on. I'm listening.
Thank you so
All
much
right.
for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you back next week.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, Thick Girl.
Carlos need to give us a break without Tisha for us, like they did Kaylon last night. I need an episode without Tisha. I need all adults on the screen.
They
Even the
can't take
kids.
Tisha out. She in the promo. She in the intro screen. She got y'all had last week. Y'all had
No,
last week.
use her voice. Just let her call in and say hi to the kids. Jesus.
Thick Girl.
She's so ignorant. I can't take her and her mama. Who let somebody talk? What wife let anybody talk to their husband the way her mother does?
I don't get it.
Can you name any?
I like again. It
I
don't
only
work.
know ex-wives that let that happen, not wives.
That wouldn't work for me in my house. That wouldn't work for me in my house. I couldn't let my mama come at my husband like that, or vice versa.
Anybody with a healthy marriage wouldn't let that happen.
So what do you think about them doing this girls retreat next week?
I think Tisha is gonna sit there, play victim, try to regurgitate all this stuff about last season at the reunion. You said my husband cheated. You said my husband cheated. You were the girl that said my husband cheated. The lady took it back on live. She said it wasn't true. Da da da. And then Mel just gonna pop and let her have it. Bitch, your husband is cheat. He did cheat on you. I know if he still is. He has. He has more than one time. Come on, the people rode together. Martell and him did. He knew the freaking. He knew the mistress. He had a relationship.
They have all admitted that they knew Ariane. They've been around Ariane, and so I'm just gonna say,
Marcel gave Ariane money.
Oh,
he has given Ariana money on Martell's behalf. Martell paid it back, but he has given Ariane money for Martell.
Oh, I didn't know this, T.
That's on Tasha K. On the video when she's talking to Tasha K.
You know what? Now that you say that, okay, I had completely forgot about Ariane's little conversation with Tasha K. I'm gonna have to go back and read it. You know I be all in these streets. You know I don't watch.
Right, you know we both be. If you ain't got it, I do.
Look, come on with it. Come on with it.
Yeah, but she on that recording, she said that yes, Marcel knew about her. Marcel, she's seen Marcel. Marcel has given money on the behalf of Marcel, which Marcel had paid back. But yes, Marcel has been all up in that. What goddamn faithful man is even condoning something like that? I'm not getting in that. I'm not giving your mistress no money for you. No, because I don't want my wife to think I got anything to do with that. But being that he don't respect Tisha, he looks at her as one of the kids. Come on, girl. You're not gonna tell me that man ain't somewhere with a real goddamn grown ass woman somewhere. Girl, you're not grown. He needs an intellectual conversation sometimes. And with you and your mother, he's never gonna get it. Because your mother just as ratchet as you ain't. She ain't. Tisha ain't ratchet. Tisha dumb. Tisha is oblivious, but Miss Wanda is ratchet as hell. Wanda, the fish called Wanda. Wanda J. Blige, Wanda with them damn boots and them leather pants and that damn pin up, that 1995 pin up. I'm waiting for her to put the fan in her head. You remember the fan?
Her wop hairdos now. She gonna bring them back. I ain't mad at Miss Wanda hair now.
Me either. I ain't mad at them either, but she's ratchet. Her style is ratchet. She is ratchet. Everything about Wanda says ratchet. Right. Her name should be Ratchet Wanda because that's who she is. And she likes it. I'm never gonna change. Well, you need to, because you're too damn old to be acting the way you act. And you ain't sitting up in my house. I'd have told her to get out too. She lucky he told her the way he did, because I'd have opened the door and told her to go. And slammed it behind her. Because she's ridiculous. Who you questioning? Why I drive, what car I drove? I don't give a damn what car I drove. Are you paying for him?
Do you think that there was anything shady about him driving the sports car out there to be with the guys?
I don't know. I don't think it was a girl in the car at the time of the accident, but he might was on the date before he went to the place. I might have that past him.
So Miss Wanda, a fish named Wanda could have been onto something.
Well, she might be onto something, but she needs to mind her business. That's why her man ain't around her. That's why she got a husband and a boyfriend.
Miss Wanda, like Miss Wanda got two men.
I'm so tired of Miss Wanda talk about somebody's damn kids. She went too damn far when she went on that recording talking about them babies like that. You don't do that. I don't like her anymore. She's good for the show, but I don't like her because as a grandmother, you never do nothing like that. You don't ever bring down nobody's kids, because if them was my kids, I wouldn't give a damn if it was your mama or your daddy. I'd have whooped your mama ass. I'm not calling you.
So do you think that that Mel was right to call Tisha and tell her about her mom?
See, Mel went about it the nice way, because I'd have called Miss Wanda and laid Miss Wanda ass out. Who kids are you talking about? Don't play with my kids. One thing, you can play with me all day long. Don't play with my kids. You're not gonna do that. And kids on live more than the goddamn parents are these days. What if they had the type of kids that was on live, or they got friends that be on live? Her grandma called you nappy head. Come on now, you don't do stuff like that.
Miss
As
Wanda
a
was
grown woman, and then want somebody to give you respect. That's why I love Kimmy, because Kimmy give it to her each and every goddamn time she see her. I love it.
I do too. I live for it. I live for Kimmy. I don't care. I live for Kimmy on the screen.
You and me both. If Kimmy wasn't on the show, I probably wouldn't watch. I watch for the drama, but the other stuff, I need Kimmy. Kimmy need to come in there every once in a while and give Wanda a punch in her throat, because that's what she needs, a punch in the throat.
How are you feeling about Destiny?
Destiny, she better than last season. I just need her to tell us that her husband is gone. They're not in a relationship anymore. I heard that she was on some live and she was calling for somebody, and she was calling for him out the back. He wasn't even in the house the whole time.
So here's my thing with La Bum Bum. I think that Martell has been trying to warn Destiny that La Bum Bum is out here.
It's no way she ain't caught on to what that man's saying.
He keep trying to
and she can't cuss him out, because if she cuss him out, that means she knows what he's saying. She can't pretend to be oblivious to the fact that we know her husband ain't together. Girl, y'all got that big ass house and it's empty.
Right.
That man probably wasn't even in that house that day when she was talking to Mel, looking around, talking something. He do help some. No, he don't, girl. Girl, you get up morning, noon, and night with that baby. If you got a nanny, that's all the help you getting. Stop it. He ain't helping.
Yeah.
Y'all not even in the same house no more. Stop it.
I do agree that we haven't seen La Bum Bum, and they just refuse to address it. It's weird. To me, it's weird.
But for her to sit on a live interview and call that man name knowing that he wasn't in the house, girl, you need to be getting paid the big bucks to be doing all of this.
When did this
you
happen?
need a raise. I'm gonna send you the link. I forgot the name of the page. I just saw it earlier today. I got you, girl.
Look, send me the link because you know I be trying to be in here. I try to do my research for the Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I watched it earlier today. It was like a 2-3 minute video. The lady was talking about it.
One more question I
Martell,
got for you. Do
Martell.
you believe
Okay,
that Melody cheated on Martell?
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, before this, that she talked about where she said she was talking to
Nope.
someone when she moved to Atlanta.
I believe it was just what she said when they were separated. You cheated. You done did me wrong so many times that this one time when we got separated and I actually left the house and got my own apartment, yeah, I entertained someone. I didn't think I was getting back with you. I didn't want you anymore. That's what I think it was, and nobody gonna change my mind about that.
Girl, you know I love to hear your opinions. You know you did.
And Martell,
is.
and Martell and his mama, I wish he would have cussed him out again this time, cause he just tried to sit there and gaslight her with all this. Yeah, cause I'm gonna start telling the kid. What man does that? What grown father would ever think to tell their kid something like that?
Martell is petty. Martell is very petty. And I don't want to say he has some feminine ways, but he definitely
does. You go ahead. I said he got some feminine ways. You ain't got to say it. I said it. He do.
Big girl said it.
I call him Mitch Martell. Martell the Mitch.
And
that's his name.
I think that his mom at this point is just flabbergasted with what she has brought into this world. I think that's really what it is. I think she's disappointed in him. And at this point she just realizes there's no point in talking to him because it ain't gonna change nothing. And I felt sorry for her in that scene, but again, no fucks good for him.
Martell mama meant to say, she ain't mean to say you're a good man. She meant to say you're a good dad, because that's one thing I would never take away from him. That man loves his kids to death. You can see it when he look at them. He loves his kids. I would never say that he don't. Even though loving his kids should have kept him at home, but I still won't say that man don't love his kids. But everything else,
discount that. He loves his kids, but I'm also taking back the moniker that he's a good dad, because a good dad is not just there physically. He's there emotionally and psychologically for them, and psychologically he is damaging his children. Even for a divorce is damaging enough, but even the way in which he's going about it, spraying Mel on the show and all of that stuff, that eventually is going to get back to his children. Eventually they are going to see it. And like you said, the son already calling him out for his actions. So
yes, that's what I said. See, a good father wouldn't do what he's doing. You would not be on TV every week trying to get people on your side. A grown man talking about something, I figured she'd be on my side. Destiny, are you going against me? It sounds like you going to what? That's why he's a Mitch, because men don't do things like that. Mitches do.
Right. That's why I say I try my best not to get on here and read Martell for the full hour. So I try to.
But it's hard. It's real hard.
It'd be hard to do though. This episode, he ain't give me a reason to read him all the way. Even in that last little scene, I was like, I wasn't looking at him. I was really, really just looking at his mom and her her reaction.
That's why I said, if he really loves her, he wouldn't have cheated on her. His mother loves Mel more than he did.
I agree.
His mother is mourning for the relationship more than he did. He don't care about the point that what he did. He just want people to be on his side. He just want to come out some kind of way looking like the good guy. Nigga, you can't. There's no way that you can look like the good guy. Who comes on TV every week doing the same thing, trying to be what? That don't even make sense.
Yeah. And so what do you think about Martell? He has made the comment in the past that, even though him and Mel are divorcing now, maybe a few years down the line, they can get back together and reconcile.
If Mel get back with that man, I'm going to find her and put my foot in her. She better not. I don't wish for it. I don't hope for it. I don't look forward to it. The kids don't deserve that. No. Why years down the line would you get back with somebody that treated you like dirt? I went through all this on TV. You sprayed me all across every media site you can get.
Everyone.
And that would be good for the kids. Neither one of them would be good parents if they did that. Because that means once he do it again, you got to break up again. That's taking your kid through the bull crap again. Because you know he ain't finished.
Right. I agree. I'm gonna read these comments really quick and then we're gonna jump off. Koji Malik says Mel said she didn't have sex, and that's what she said. And you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't agree with separated people dating. I don't think personally, I just don't agree with it. However, if her relationship was when she was separated, even if she did have sex, he still has nothing to
5
say.
years of sex.
Nothing. Again,
That's just with Ariane though, because I don't believe Ariane is the only one.
Of course
Ariane
not.
is just the one that's in the spotlight. So we can't even tell how much sex she done had outside the marriage.
Right. I completely agree. I think Ariane might have been his main little side piece. You know, he ended up falling for her, but you're not gonna tell me that his first and only time cheating, he picked this one girl and just stayed with her and exclusively her for the whole no. Koji Malik says Arian said there was someone else. I believe, yeah, I remember. Did she say that on like a live or something? Because you know she loved going live too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he probably made her have some threesomes or something because she seems ignorant as all outdoors too. Yeah, she sounds like a Lord. She sounds like Tisha.
Work today with you.
She sounds like Tisha. She sounds like Tisha. He can do whatever he wants. I mean, the most he gave her was $5,000. Girl, you tell me in 5 years the most that man gave you at one time is $5,000. Girl.
Well, you know what? If you look at what Arian says and her vitriol and he would come over here and he would eat on me. Then the next day he would be over there with her, and I caught like she ain't got this sense. She ain't got this sense.
She, like I said, she's on the same level as Tisha. The intellectual level is very low. Like, yeah, school bus, very low with the school bus with the helmet, all that. So SSI check somewhere, all that. I don't care what nobody says.
Miss Kamari says that interview with Dr. Heavenly, aka Heavenly. that interview was a mess, and it was at that interview that I realized Martell was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs too. Like I knew what this season was going to be on. I just knew what it was going to be on.
Heavenly messy as hell. I can't stand Heavenly. But Martell cannot take a real woman standing up to him for nothing in the world. He was ready to go once.
More. She ain't go hard enough for me.
Because he was ready to go. Once she started asking the hard questions, he started stuttering like, yeah, it's time for me to get up out of here. That's what the people asking. Oh, yeah,
I was surprised. I was honestly surprised that she stayed quiet for as long as she did.
You and me both. I was like, Heavenly, when you gonna dig? This is your dig. Get it, girl. It's right. Let me ask a damn question then. Shit.
Look, he knew where to go and where not to go. That's all.
Exactly. That's why that was the only interview he really did.
Right. And
everybody else pacify him. Girl, y'all know this lady ain't cheating on them. Come on, get on my face with this mess.
Let's see. Miss Bell said, as women, we have to set boundaries, and when they cross it, you got to implement a consequence. Martell only did what Mel allowed him to do.
But also, a real man is only going to do ain't sitting here trying to see what boundaries he can cross. Because if you love that woman, you ain't gonna cross those boundaries. A woman gonna suppose they want you to submit to your man. When you do submit to your man, you allowing him to no. Which one is it? I was being a wife. I was being a mother. I was busy. I was a businesswoman. I wasn't thinking this man was cheating on me. I'm out here trying to get it. Come on now. That's not her fault that man cheated. He did what he thought he was big and bad enough to do.
I don't agree with it being he's out here sticking his peen outside of his wife, but it's his wife's fault because she didn't set boundaries. I think the boundary is implied when you said I do. The boundary is we gonna be together.
Thank you.
Exclusively. I think that is the boundary. I don't agree with that. I don't see how this is Melody's fault. If he goes out and cheats, that's his fault.
Thank you. He did this. He did this to them, and when Mel took him back, that wasn't her being soft. I think Mel was thinking about her kids more than she was thinking about anything. She wanted her family to stay together, so she was willing to endure the pain and all the damn drama and all the looking stupid for her kids. Then when she realized it wasn't going to change, she left.
I understand going back for the 3 that you already had.
Yeah, but you see, I don't even know how she was sleeping with him. I'm not gonna get into that one, but you know, women do it. They do it all the time. But I'm just glad she gone.
Oh, you thought you had them, so like Peter Guns and Amina and what was the other one?
What's her name?
What was her name? Peter Guns, Amina, and something with a T.
Tara.
Yes, that's it. It's giving me that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you thought
then I'm gonna give him another baby
with him now. You know, that's what it's giving, which is real. I couldn't do it.
Trash.
I couldn't do it.
Cause I'm not saying ghetto no more. Cause it's from the ghetto. We not ghetto. We rise above that. Just because you was born in the hood, don't mean you gotta stay in the hood all your life.
Let's see what else is up here. So Miss Kamari said those 5 suits be on layaway. Okay, he need to do something because the ones he got is too tight. He finna bust out of. I'm glad he wasn't in that little collar during his
slave collar.
Look, I'm glad.
Collar.
Martell has done about 3 to 5 other interviews.
Right.
And
he keeps saying Mel doing interviews.
Paint the narrative about Mel, but then he wants to say that Mel is doing too many interviews. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. We have to be more tolerable. We have to be more tolerable with each other. It was Shady driving that sports car. Y'all gotta stop coming at Miss Wanda and her daughter. Miss Wanda, don't stop coming at me. Why we gotta stop coming at Miss Wanda? Miss Wanda, give it to everybody. Why we can't question Miss Wanda and tell her she ain't right? I do wonder if there was an issue with this sports car. I don't see, like, that's a car. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm just saying he could have had somebody in it. He probably did, but we can't say for sure because we don't know. We didn't see her. She ain't gonna be in that police report. I can guarantee you that. I guarantee you it dropped her off already. I guarantee you that.
Ms. Bell says we have to start giving people a second chance. We can't be one and done with them. I agree.
You just said that Mel let him cross too many boundaries.
I was going to say Martell has been given more than one chance. More than one, more than 2.
Is it us, the people in the audience, that's not supposed to give him that's supposed to give him a second chance, but not the person he was married to? Because the boundaries, if she let him cross them, I okay.
Okay. Let me get Miss Coach Malik back in here. I know you at work. I want you to say what you got to say. Jump on in here with us. You on mute. Why you get off mute? Let me read. Let me catch up on the comments. Okay. You back? Okay, come on. What you got to say, ma'am?
Yeah. Do you remember in season 1 when Martell wouldn't leave the house? In season 1, he wouldn't leave the house, and then he wouldn't leave the house this season. Mel had to leave the house. He probably was thinking, as long as she's staying in this house, I'm gonna sneak up in there and get her some, and then get her pregnant again. But she had the resources more so to leave the house this time, because sometimes we can still be mad, but these bodies still be reacting. He still is a nice looking man, and you would close your eyes sometimes. But I think that was the thing, that she was in the house with him, and all of these pregnancies, and I don't know if anybody knows what it's like, because Arian said they were actually pregnant at the same time. To be pregnant, have a baby, and not want to go through a pregnancy by yourself, and that is a real hard thing to do. But she was pregnant because they only been together like 11 or 12 years, and all of those pregnancies came, a lot seemed like at least 5 pregnancies in 5 years. And ain't nobody gonna want to say, I want to walk away with 3 kids. But this show probably gave her more resources to be able to stay away on her own without him. And he
So
refused to leave. And Mel said, "You ain't finna get me pregnant again. I'm getting up out this house."
So I can't remember where I heard it from because, like I said, I be in these YouTube streets a lot. But one of the interviews or something that I was listening to said that they were actually already on the brink of divorce when the show got picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Arion and everything. It might have been All About the Tea, I believe. But anyway, they were already on the brink of divorce when the show got picked up. And then they decided to reconcile for the show, and then everything came out on the show, including Arion. All right. That's season 1. Season 2, y'all done broke up and got back together. There is no excuse for your side chick to be pregnant at this point. And I can give you no sympathy for it. And I get it. They were in the house, and I remember what you were saying about him not wanting to leave. In that last season, she had to move him downstairs or something like that because he refused to leave. But me and my bullet just gonna have to make it work because I can't trust your
It's
opinion.
too much stuff in the street for me.
I can't trust it. I understand we all human. It happens, every child is a blessing. However, it as much as I respected Mel at the end of season 1 for leaving him, it made me side eye her twice as much at the beginning of season 2. Does that make sense?
Hey, it didn't take me that long. I wasn't married to my narcissist, so I was able to leave with 3 children. But some people take longer than others because they want to hold on to the fantasy. And it's so many people actually blame her for him. It's stuff. They blame her. And it's just crazy the number of women that still look at Martell and excuse what he do because of his tight suits and get him passes upon passes upon passes and have nothing but condemnation for her. And that man actually said, if you listen to his language in the interview, I swooped her up soon as she graduated from college.
Mm-hmm.
He's older than her 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Mayor is the moneymaker. He ain't gonna be able to put together nothing. He can't even put together a good argument to make Mayor look guilty. So how he gonna put together $1 million deal?
Right. He doesn't realize the movie Why Did
You can't put together a good argument.
the movie Why Did I Get Married? How as soon as Jill Scott left, the businesses went down. That is legitimately what's happening to Martell right now in real life.
They filed for bankruptcy.
Really?
Yeah, he filed 1 month and she filed the next month.
Child.
I see that link too, girl.
Skills.
You say what?
Organizational skills not even good.
Oh no, of course not.
His organizational skills not even good.
Mm-mm.
He can't
His
even get the kids together without his mama being there. None of it.
But Miss Bell, so does the man not get none of this put on him? It's all what the woman does?
For those of you who are
is he not wrong for cheating?
Yeah. They so chauvinistic.
We have a
I wonder if her son or daughter was first.
Y'all hear me? For those of y'all who are listening, we got a comment in the chat. I just want to make sure y'all can hear it or y'all understand what it is. Thick Girl addressing when a man cheats, the wife always sees signs. It's up to her if she's going to ignore them or not. Thick Girl, you were addressing this comment. What did you want to say?
Why is none of the blame put on the man for cheating? Everything is going against her for staying with him or being with him after he cheated. What blame does he get in all of this? Is it okay to cheat on your wife as long as she don't find out about it or something? Like, why is she to blame?
Ain't God supposed to make the man the head and the leader and all that good stuff? But then we supposed to be the weaker vessel, but we supposed to take all the blame. What about his
Right.
strong shoulders? What he's supposed to carry? How he's supposed to lead his family? If they want to be our traditional.
I agree. I do not think that it is fair to blame someone else for to blame an outside person for your own actions. That's not fair. It's not fair to blame Melody for what Martell did.
Last season he was blaming Arion. Now this season he blaming Mel. He never takes accountability. That's why he's going around trying to get everybody on his side, because he don't feel he did nothing wrong. You messed up your whole family. Your kids are in an uproar. Your son is saying he needs to protect his mommy. He don't like to see his mother cry. That don't make you feel like you need to what? I'm confused.
Miss Bell said we have to protect our peace. It's not up to another person to protect our peace and our hearts. We have to do that for ourselves.
But when you become one with somebody, that's the reason you become one with the person. I ain't been married a day in my life, but I do know that I'm not marrying no one unless I feel that they're going to protect my heart. I didn't come into this thinking that I was going to be single another day in my life. I'm giving my all, so why aren't you giving your all? And why am I at fault for giving my all?
Right. I agree. When you marry someone, when you get into a marriage, you are trusting them to be able to be your peace, to bring you peace, to protect your peace. And yes, it is it's in our power to protect our peace. However, the person who I have signed on to be my mate, I expect him to try to protect my peace as much as I'm trying to protect his. Again, I don't know. Miss Bell says she faults Mel for staying too long, but when one becomes three, you have to protect yourself still.
Okay, it's still where the blame for Martell at. Where is the blame for him doing these things?
Everybody talking. Wait, Coach Malik, go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
Narcissists will never be right for anybody. And most of these people that agreeing with Martell are probably potential victims or with narcissists themselves or have some type of damage like that. These men will never be right. They will never take accountability. They will play one person against the next. They will use a primary source and a secondary source and interchange them. And I feel bad for Mel that she have kids with him, but she literally has to disengage, and this will go past 10 years. It will go to those children weddings. It will always be a fight because he will never be well. Because these people rarely seek therapy because they never take accountability. So the women that's agreeing with him are probably potential victims or with someone like Martell themselves.
But okay, and also she said they may have fell out of love. If you fall out of love with someone, why not just tell me you fell out of love with me? You don't want to be here no more. Don't sit here and keep giving me babies, and we still building this daggone this all of our money in it with each other. We doing everything that a married couple does, but you don't love me no more. Leave.
And that's not, and I'm not gonna take that people fall out of love when we're talking about Melody and Martell, because Martell to this day still be hollering about how
he love her.
He loved Melody, and if she would take him back, he would get back with her.
Right.
To this day. So that's
just want his cake and eat it too. He's just a cheater, point blank period. He wants to have her.
Narcissist.
And he don't want to have to pay for 2 houses. He don't want to have to pay for 2 cars. He don't want to have to pay for the kids to have stuff at Mel house and his house. He don't want to have to take care of all. That's what he doesn't want. He wants Mel to love him through all his bull crap and uphold him. That's why her and Tisha is beefing now. He's the reason that all this stuff went down, because she was trying to protect her man. He never protected her. She always protected him. Let's not do that. Let's not do the crazy people talk. No. Because if she wasn't looking out for him, she wouldn't even be in the damn situation that she was in. She always was the man in this relationship. Let's get that first of all. She was always the man.
All right, Coach,
narcissists
you were gonna say?
Even capable. Narcissists are not capable of truly loving people. He will never love her because he's not capable. He is damaged and he will never seek out the help he needs to become undamaged. So he cannot love her because he only halfway love himself. When you see Donald Trump, you seeing a version of Martell is a broker version of broker and money than Donald Trump. And he will never, he will use his kids, he will use his mama, he will blame his mama and every one of his friends. People will either, people with healthy boundaries will walk away. Now, Melody fought for her marriage. She fought, but eventually, people who have enough sense and wake up, move away from them people, or those people will destroy them. Martell is will never be good for any woman.
Yeah, see, she's the reason nobody likes Mel the first season because she was always standing up for him. That's why nobody liked Mel. Whenever somebody said they didn't like Mel because she was arrogant, she always taking up for him. She da da da. It was because she was trying to protect that fool, and he never protected her.
So Miss Bell says God doesn't even expect us to stay when a man breaks the vows.
So now we know what God.
Well, that is biblically sound. That is grounds for a divorce. If infidelity, if adultery happened, then that is grounds for a divorce. However, I can't.
Also, it's in the Bible that says they don't not to divorce. Also, so it could be, but you can look at it both ways if we going back to the Bible.
And I just feel like you can't blame her for trying to keep her family together. And at the end of the day, she is the one that left. She still left at any point, whether, I think it should have been after the third, or you think that it should have been after the fourth or the second child or whatever. She did.
She left more than once.
Right.
Do you kept lying?
Wives should have a second bank account since we're one.
Yeah, we said we won. We ain't said we fools now. We always gonna have
not a law.
My little purse always gonna have some change in it. That's why they made change first. Mine's gonna always have some bills and some coins in it.
I'm so done.
If
you don't, that's when you're a fool right there. That's a fool.
I'm gonna tell women today in the form of electronic transfer and all our business online that by law you are supposed to disclose, and it is so easy to check. Cause I went through this. What Mel doing, but not with a husband, with a baby daddy. That man tried to hide them bank accounts. I saw all them electronic transfers. I subpoena all them records from
and got all that info. It's very hard to hard.
That's why Dre wife is stupid. Ain't no way my husband gonna be worth $1 billion and I ain't got me a bank account in the Cayman somewhere. You got to be crazy. No, you ain't gonna give me my $2 million a month. Oh, don't worry, I got enough. Believe me, it's enough on my offshore account that I ain't even tripping. I was just asking to see if I could get it, but I already got mine.
Miss Bill said, well, you're agreeing about a second bank account, but you don't agree you should protect your heart and should walk away when you know a man is cheating. We protect our hearts quicker than we protect our money quicker than we protect our hearts. Make it make sense.
I'm gonna protect both. I'm not staying with nobody that's cheating on me anyway, but I ain't never gonna not have me a rainy day fund. That's crazy. I'm gonna have a rainy day in a relationship. I'm gonna have a rainy day fund in a marriage. I'm gonna have me some money once it's all said and done. Cause guess what? When my heart heals, I still gotta be able to live. That's why I'm gonna protect my money, because I still gotta have a livelihood. I still gotta be able to provide for my children. So yeah, I need some of my money.
And I don't think that is
smart. And don't do it electronically, because people get lazy. They do them electronic transfers. Ain't no checks no more, but them electronic transfers can be traced, and everybody could go. And when you pull them bank accounts and highlight every payday, $500 coming out, $5,000 coming out. So I'm just gonna say, do it smart. Say you went to the casino, but a lot of people don't understand no fault divorce. He could literally in a state, and I'm not sure about Alabama law, but a lot of states is no fault divorce states. That means he could have had area up in their bed. If Alabama is a no fault state, and I'm not sure about Alabama law, but a lot of states are, and it would not impact the divorce because it's community property and all of that stuff. So a lot of people be talking and saying stuff, but when they get in that courtroom, it's a whole different ball game. So I just
that's why you're supposed to have a nice old shoebox or a nice old purse I'm single and I got money stashed in my pocket, in my closet.
That means if you 1,000 there and you beat 100 there, you better get you a prenup.
I don't necessarily personally, I don't see the correlation between having a second bank account and
Thank you.
being with
heart.
staying with the spouse that cheats. I don't see the correlation. If I
Thank you.
have a joint account with him and he cheats, it makes it just as hard for me to leave as if I had a second bank account, you know, and he cheats. Either way, we still have to sever the ties of the marriage. I think financially is completely different. You know, some people just need separate financial
I was
institutions
about to say,
just
because he
based
can
off of
gamble.
with
He could be a
you know, just
gambler.
based off of who they are. Somebody might not be good with money and you just are
Thank you.
protecting your household. I don't think that there is a correlation between being one, because at the end of the day, with us being one, the bank is not going to hinder
Him from
the bank
taking
is
nothing.
going to hinder our marriage.
Mhm.
But this outside
Mhm.
person is going to
Thank
hinder
you.
our marriage. So I don't agree with that correlation.
I was saying the same thing because
Remember,
he can not be good with money. He can gamble or try to gamble on you. It could be anything for the reason that you're keeping your money to the side. It don't got to be because he's a cheater.
but
You
it's
smart.
not legal. Remember when Tisha talked about her secret account? I say that big dummy, because when
That's
you
because
go
she's
to the
stupid.
rules of procedure in a divorce, you have to disclose all financial accounts, secret and non-secret. And if you get caught, and it also says monies that you gave to other people that they deposited in the bank for you. When you go to reading those statutes, the rules of disclosure, financial disclosure in most states say you have to disclose. I was like, look at this big dummy telling everybody about the secret account. She would have did better to put it in a pillow under her in Miss Wanda house than to
Mm,
have
You
it in a
just heard
secret
me
account and get
say.
on television and tell everybody about it.
You just heard me say. I'm single and I got money in my closet that I can stash from my own self.
If
So
let me
yeah,
tell you,
no
if you
secret
gotta
account.
meet
They
a
don't need
man,
those.
get you a prenup. So you could, if you 1,000 there and he 100 there, if you a professional and he a janitor, like you know, a lot of us be marrying down, get you a prenup, because he'll end up cheating on you and you'll be paying him alimony, because these men learning these rules these days. And that is why Martell literally was talking about embrace. And that is why somebody made the comment about Martell now has EP on his name. I say, because Carlos King trying to keep Mel from having to pay him alimony, because the reality is if Mel
Mm-hmm.
go up and he don't sell them 47 acres and he don't have nothing, she could end up paying him alimony. And women
Mm-hmm.
don't really think about that these days. Them same rules work for them in the reverse.
that's true. Thea's Bunch says, listen, sis, that's why you put it in older kids' account that they won't touch. You say hide the money with the children. Hide the money with the children.
But can I ask you a question? I forgot the name that's on the
Miss
screen.
Yes.
How did you end up in this situation with your baby daddy? If y'all ain't.
Oh, he was a real narcissist. I ain't know he had a wife, a fiance, and a girlfriend.
Oh, gee.
He
Okay, I
literally
want.
at one point was married, not to me, but at one point in his life, he was literally a bigamist. And guess what his profession was?
A janitor.
Assistant principal of a school.
That don't surprise me.
All
none.
around them impressionable minds.
That don't surprise me none at all.
Not
I
this
had
person
quite a
of
few
mine.
hoes as principals back in my day.
Yeah, it ain't too many of them really. You know, they have girlfriends and boyfriends, but they don't really be a whole bigamist.
That's a lot, though. That is a lot. Miss Kamari said Martell stated he's ready to hit rock bottom. How do you get ready to be dang near homeless? I think what Martell meant when he said that was that he knows everything is crashing down, and if he's going down, he's going to try to take everybody
down with him.
I think that's what he meant when he said that.
But I agree with what Marceau said for next week. I don't know about Mel needing to hit rock bottom because she waking up. He needs to hit rock bottom because he don't believe shit stink. Like he said, he keep trying to catch himself. He keep trying to go to people to help him out. No, he needs to hit it. Because that's the only thing that looks like it might give him a little bit of sense with his big rock head.
He getting there. Miss Bell says my point is the
But
heart is more
remember,
important than anything, and stop and stop staying with a cheating man. Women put
I
up
think smart women already know that.
Martell is a criminal. Remember, Martell is a criminal. He's an ex-law enforcement officer, correctional officer, and we know they all the time killing their spouse. So we can't forget Martell got another side of him.
Oh yeah, Martell go roid raging any minute.
Not roid rage.
So he could be a version of Snap, but
not a roid rage. Wait a minute.
Roid rage. I believe it.
Girl, I'm playing with you today.
This girl said it, not this girl said it, not my sis, not be so stylish. She did not say it. It was Thick Girl, the one that don't have a channel that you can't come for. B did not say
so
it.
that ain't COVID weight.
No, that's up in that and still up in the gym. When he was leaving out, he was going to the gym and Ariane. He wasn't just going, he was doing both. That thick neck.
Oh, y'all done got me hot.
That's why fans getting tighter.
Why Mel wasn't having sex all the time. We might know why now. We know what steroids do.
No, that's why she wasn't sucking. She couldn't find it.
Let me see. Facebook said they do. Women put up with it till they walk away or kill them, but that will be the two. And but again, like I said, I think that it's not fair that we put all the onus on the person who did not leave the relationship instead of the person who stepped out of the relationship, and we as women are doing it to each other. Yes, as a woman, me personally, would I have stayed with a man that's cheated on me for 5 years? Me personally, I will not. But does that make me wrong for honoring my vows or him wrong for dishonoring his vows? I don't understand.
Right, let's be frank. It's women out here that ain't never been married a day in their life and won't leave their baby daddy. So you can't put that on a woman that had a whole family and was trying to keep her kids in the same house. You can't put that on her.
And the reality is that most women are murdered when they leave. People say, "Oh, she should have been left," but it's precisely when they leave is the time that they are murdered.
Because I guarantee
if it wasn't for this show, we'd probably be saying the same thing.
I was gonna say, I guarantee you, we did we did not see Martell as this psycho person that he is when she was with him. It wasn't until she left that we're really seeing this petty, narcissistic, crazy side of him. So
no, we saw the narcissist side though. He just wasn't a crazy narcissist.
I did not see it to this extent. Like the second half, like when he called Ariane a peasant, I was like, okay, clearly he ain't all the way right with, but for some reason, this season, he just, the crazy is all over him. It's all over.
But you didn't see the season when he told the mother standing in the kitchen? I know y'all see me as a narcissist. Well, God made me as this narcissist, and I'm gonna stay as this narcissist. I'm good being a narcissist. He know he a narcissist.
I must have missed it. I'm not gonna lie, I did not start watching it until second half of season 1. So there was a whole half
I didn't start watching to
that I missed.
2, but I had to go back and watch the old.
Look,
I didn't start to season 2.
I don't even want to catch up on it because Martell, I told y'all, Martell make my ass itch with his stupidity, and I just don't want to feel like that.
You see more of Kimmy in the first season, in the first half. That's why I liked it, because you see more of Kimmy.
Miss Bell says Martell ain't gonna take nobody down, and Marcel need to be quiet before his skeletons fall out his closet. Now I agree with that, because I'm surprised Marcel's skeleton have stayed this quiet this long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised.
Because I don't care what he say. They paid that lady to come on their live. I don't care what nobody say.
You talking about the hairdresser?
You know what was kind of a little bit deep, that when she say, "You're not Mel's mother, you're my mother," because Wanda doesn't see the strength in Tisha to leave, so she's never told her to leave, but she sees that strength in Melody. And maybe even Tisha don't want to take responsibility for her life and wants her mother to tell her to leave. And Wanda won't do that because she probably don't think Tisha's strong enough, and she's jealous a little bit because maybe she want her mom to see her as that strong woman, and she think being catty is showing strength. Tisha's trying to be a lot more catty now, but it's not showing strength. But I got to hop off here. My lunch break up. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Thanks.
Miss Kamari says, bottom line, what's in the best interest of the kids? I agree. And I don't think that either way, this is going to affect them all the way around. But the way that they are going about smearing each other is definitely going to hurt the kids in the long run. I feel sorry for them. I really do. I felt it the most in the last episode when we actually got to kind of see them speak a little bit, and I really do feel sorry for them.
And that little girl, the little one, she's gonna be the one that spills it all. They better start keep her off the camera, because she's gonna be the one that tells it all.
Her and the son.
Yeah, but little mama got some. Little mama
got it.
Mama told how she felt and her sisters and brothers felt. She was like, I'm the spokeswoman of the group.
Right. So I don't know how many episodes are in this season. We're on 16. And so we'll wrap it up with kind of the little preview that we see next week with Tisha and Mel really getting into it. Mel really saying that, you know, Marceau was out here, in these streets. I've already said
Tisha don't believe that.
Tisha believes it.
I wonder why she keep doubling down and making herself look ignorant, more slower and slower with each episode. Like, girl, let it go.
Tisha believes it. I think
that man don't even take up for you. He don't even take up for her. Why she had this man back tenfold? This man don't take up for her. This man throws her under the bus every time he gets a chance to. Her mother is her husband, not her husband.
Trying to save face. I think that it sounds better, you know. What did Marceau say? And he said this at the reunion last year, and it stuck out to me. They asked him if Tisha cheated, would he want to know? And he said, I wouldn't want to know. I'd just rather you not tell me. I'd just rather not find out. To me, that was
the same way.
That was him saying, as long what you don't know,
what I don't know about, I can't do nothing about it.
Right. What you don't know won't hurt you. So I'm gonna make sure that my wife doesn't know, so she doesn't get hurt. That's what I think that was. I do believe that, you know, and I don't wish cheating on nobody, but Marceau definitely shows signs of someone who was out here in these streets doing things he don't want, that he ain't supposed to do. On top of that, birds of a feather flock together. And if you are a faithful husband, you don't want to be around somebody that's out here cheating. I do,
let alone take their mistress money on their behalf.
I do agree Tisha is not strong enough. I think that she does believe that he's cheating. That's why she let Ms. Wanda go off on Marceau how she did, because she's not strong enough to actually say all of that. And
Ms. Wanda need to give her some of that backbone there. How did she not get not one piece of that backbone? Like, that's crazy to me.
What I think was Miss Wanda probably, this is just my hypothesis. I think that Miss Wanda's probably been so off the chain Tisha's whole life that she felt that she had to fall into the background in order to compensate for her and just let her mom be the bulldog. I honestly think that was the dynamic of them. That's just my opinion.
She should have known, stop that once she got on TV, because I'm telling you, she looks crazy. Nobody says, I don't see nobody saying anything good about Tisha this season. Even Funky Dineva went in on her on our video. Like, everybody.
He done interviewed her.
Yeah, like, she not getting it. She making herself look real crazy and bad in these streets, because nobody is that goddamn oblivious to everything that's going on around them. I'm sorry. Your mama ain't supposed to be talking to your husband like that. Your husband ain't supposed to be treating you like that. And your husband, you know your man out, he got somebody, so stop it. You broke up a whole friendship because somebody said that your man was cheating with you already. Can't tell me you ain't got no inkling of knowing that. But you're willing to let go people that could have been lifelong friends, that could have been your hand, helped you out. You let that go for this man that treats you like dirt on TV. Come on now, this man don't care about you. You don't talk to your wife like that. in private, let alone in front of the world.
Yeah. Well, we gonna see how it goes. Miss Bell says Mel needs to stop and mind her business. V. Baker says she asked Marceau if he cheated, and he stated he couldn't answer that.
Woo, what episode was that, V?
I missed that. Miss Kamari says word on the curb. Word on the curb is that Marceau has a personal business in Tennessee.
Sure. Put that in the chat too, Miss Cameron.
Look, but like Miss Bell said earlier, you know, reality TV are where relationships come to die, where marriages come to die. I don't want to see these marriages.
I agree with that thing that she said. I agree with that part.
I do. I don't want to see these marriages disintegrate on the TV. We've already
no, they were disintegrating before that, sis. Remember, they were disintegrating before that. They just came here and put the last nail in the coffin. Because this all ain't happened in no 2 seasons.
Miss Bell says, so I guess y'all feel Tisha should stay with Marceau forever too until he totally destroys her self-esteem all the way down. I didn't want
Do you not hear us talking? Do you want to hear us? We just said 50 million times she need to go.
I was gonna say, I don't think anyone here was advocating for Mel to stay with Martell or for Tisha to stay with
We're
Marcel.
just understanding why she stayed. That's all we're saying. We understood why she stayed. She wanted her family. We understood that part. We told her to leave last season too. But we want Tisha to go. We want her to run, not walk.
not run, not walk.
And take half of everything with her. Yes.
Y'all is okay. I'm finna get off of here. It's for real. It is 12:30. I was
already a single parent.
Look, this live, I did not expect this live to go like this, but honey, when Thick Girl come on here, you already know we gonna laugh. We gonna have a good time.
Love you, sis.
You have anything else you want to say before you leave out of here?
No, Miss Bell, I love you. I love you, Miss Bell. Like you said, we're gonna agree to disagree, but I still love you.
That's it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. We can all have our varying opinions. We can agree to disagree. Miss Bell, I ain't agree with a lot of what you said, but you have every right to say it here on this platform. And some of it I agree with, but not blaming Mel. I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one. All right, before we head out of here, y'all already know I'm gonna say we got to pay the bills. Ain't that what Tasha K say? We got to pay our bills. Before we head out of here, I want to make sure again that y'all are aware that my new wig line, the B Stokes Styling Signature unit, will be dropping on March 17th. The link is in the description box. Please make sure that you head on over, sign up for my email list. It is free 99. What? Free 99. Okay, y'all don't want to miss out on some early access to rewards and things like that. And I'm gonna show y'all Miss Lauren here, so y'all get a little better look of Miss Lauren. I always love when the music get to rocking, y'all. Thank you again so much for coming in here and talking with me. I do this each and every Saturday right after the episode. Please share this video out if you enjoyed it. If you're new here, please subscribe. And I will definitely be seeing y'all in the next video, you guys. Thank you so much. Let me get us on up out of here.